Oh my God. Welcome back to the RH Podcast. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. How's it going? You're here with me, Thor. It's happening. It's happening right now. And as always, my favorite co-host of all time,
Stubbs.
That's Stubbs. That's right. He's got the thumbs.
I'm here.
All right.
Damn
He's
it.
got the thumbs. Yeah.
I got the thumbs. Everyone's asking on the YouTube channel. They're like, what's wrong with your thumbs? Why are your thumbs so fucked up? And I'm like, dude.
Is it guitar thumb?
Is
that what they're talking about?
My thumbs, they're different sizes.
Yeah, but you have this guitar thumb, right?
Yeah, well, it's like a bass player thumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. They call it like a
thumbie. No, wait, we
thumbie.
have that.
Yeah, it's a thumbie. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the number one talked about thing. I'm like, I am talking about these handhelds. I do want to offer some things like, what the fuck's up with your thumbs? I'm like, hey, that's my name. I'm Stubbs.
Yo, Stubbs. It's
like,
Stubbs.
Like, get with the program. Like,
yeah.
Here we are. This is 2022. We're thumb shaming in 2020 fucking two. I've been saving all my fucks for this show, Thor.
It is.
I've been good.
We're at the end of 2022.
We're 20 into 2022.
We're at Christmas. The end, man. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right, you ready for this? This is a technique.
You're gonna open a beer with your arm right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, you and I haven't been on
holiday
one.
Cheer.
I have my red Solo cup.
He has a Solo
cup in here.
He's got the Solo cup. Let's watch that. Check that out. That's great. That's good stuff.
It's good. The water. The
so
H2O,
Christmassy.
It fills me.
So Christmassy.
No, man. You and I haven't been on a podcast in
It's
months.
been a bit. Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Just you and me. Like,
no
guest.
Was it August?
I think it
Something
must
like
have been
that?
August, July.
Yeah.
It's been a freaking while.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm finally
Everyone
settled
wants to
in.
know, what the hell you been up to? They're like, where's Thor? He isn't here. They think he's dead. I make up all these stories. I'm like, oh, he died in an avalanche in the Andes. He had to eat like half the crew mates, but he's good. He'll be back in the podcast.
Avalanche?
Well,
I respect it. I would love that.
You
survived. That's a great way to go.
Kind of like Jesus, you died for like 3 days. They brought you back.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you ate
That's the reason for the season. You know,
you ate your way through the crew. And flew back, and then so we do this podcast. You literally got off the plane minutes ago.
Moments,
still flesh, human
yeah.
flesh dripping.
You see this pallor? See this frost nip?
And
no, dude. Things they've been crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
My wife had my baby. All right,
baby.
So we had the baby.
You
with the little guy, little Modi. All right, who's now 3 months old.
Oh my God.
We bought our house, and I've been working like a bastard on this house. All right. The previous owner was a bit of a 6 out of 10 DIYer, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it was
random light switches. You flip a light switch and it just explodes.
That happened.
Your dogs.
Not
God,
the dog
really?
killing.
I'm so sorry.
No,
for your loss.
We had he had hooked up a LED dimmer to incandescent lights. And so we left the lights on all night long because they were stairway lights, right? And
Stairway to Heaven lights?
Stairway to Heaven.
Let out. Okay, continue.
And the light switch popped, right? The fuse in it broke, but then it fused open. So the lights were on all the time, right? Which is super dangerous.
Too dangerous.
So that got me real paranoid, and I went through. I probably rewired 70% of this house over the last couple of months.
Jesus.
Plus, dude, changing out toilet kits, wiring outside, decorations.
Outside? Oh.
We put up a 12-foot tall Christmas tree to make my wife happy, of course. You know, it's been
the ultimate Christmas tree, like the ultimate Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's pretty ultimate. All right, like there's ultimate, there's champion. And mega, no way, right?
Yeah.
This is ultimate for sure.
Ultimate, top tier. All right. So you
I've been working.
How about house.
I've been working my butt off.
In your day job, you've been working hard too.
Yes.
Doing all sorts of fancy stuff, flying all around. I've missed you. I'm sure the audience has missed you. I've seen patrons even mention your name once or twice.
I've missed you.
You know,
shout out to the patrons. You guys are the best. We love you. Shout out to the entire RH community. Man, I miss you guys and all of your goober ass arguments that you have over the dumbest shit on the planet. You fucking nitpick over like crazy people. I love that shit. I eat it up. I read every fucking message in RH. All right. And they're arguing over the dumbest shit. And I'm just like, I need to take an opinion on this. They're clearly right. So that's what I've been up to, man. I've just been working and lurking. But I've missed everybody. I'm back. You and I have some big news to announce tonight as far as our early January plans, don't we?
Yes, that's right. Well, I let a little bit of the cat out of the bag on RH Weekly the other day, but yeah, we are going to CES.
We're
going to be covering a whole bunch of booths and new tech, old tech, retro tech, modern tech, VR tech. For our new Control Alt Hype effort, which join the Discord if you haven't. It's up in our links channel. And
we're doing RH and Control Alt Hype stuff.
Yes, we're doing mixed content, and we're going to launch a new YouTube channel for that modern offshoot. And we're going to drop some hotness. I'll be covering some VR goodness. Of course, we'll still be continuing on with RH here, but we want to add on another dimension to what we do because we have more than one interest. And
that's
Thor and I, we get bored and we're like, well, let's go play with some VR headsets in Vegas.
We get that handheld drought,
We get the drought
where it's like 3 months, nothing gets released. Ambernick just cranks out shit in the later half of the year, and we just got kind of nothing from January to early May-ish, I would say. We got like 1 or 2 releases, but that's it. You never know when the KTR ones actually going to come out. You don't know.
We will see. We will find out. But we will be there. We'll be there with Russ from Retro Game Core. The 3 of us are going to be getting a little Airbnb and for a few days, and we're gonna go check out the haps, check out the sites. Russ even said he might play camera guy for us, and we're like, what?
We're gonna try
do a live podcast.
Yeah, CES podcast. Yes,
CES podcast. Yes. Get some good B-roll. Get some good anecdotes, and I might try to film Thor while he sleeps, and
we're totally gonna film each other
weird
while
shit
we sleep.
Draw mustaches on you, and
it's gonna be creepy. All right,
it's gonna be.
I'm gonna wake up and you're just going to have dyed my mustache black. Right, I have the red beard, but then it's just gonna be black, and I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? Why would you do this? And you're like, it needs to be dark like me so you and I can match,
right?
So
I've been through a lot of facial hair since I've seen you last.
I
had a beard. I had a nicely done Pacific Northwest beard, and I moved on to the mustache, and I did a little twirly action. And I shaved it completely, and I was bald like a newborn on Christmas. And then now I'm getting back to the stubsel. That's what I call my hair that starts to grow. But
you going full beard again?
Stubsels. I'm gonna go full beard. I'm gonna try to match you. I don't know how fast I can grow before CES. That's only like a week and a half away. But I will do my best. I will put Rogaine in my face. I'll do whatever I have to do to have an equal amount of facial hair awesomeness. I want to be at a 7 out of 10 easily by CES. We'll see what Russ is going to bring to the table. You know that he can grow a beard and he can grow it fast, but we'll see which of us will be the ultimate beard champion of CES.
We're going to have to peer pressure.
Consumer Electronics Show, and we're going to bring the RH show. We're even having a special mic that has the special square on it that has our logo on it, so we can talk like we're from TV, like from the televisions. We're a real media crew.
Oh my God. Well, that's something we have to shout out to our subscribers and the people that are watching, the people that pay attention to this content. Yo, we would not be going if it wasn't for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, all that stuff. Thank you all. They have very specific metrics that you have to meet to get media passes. We made that happen. You made that happen. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Man, we loved you before, but damn. Yep. Thank you.
Yep. And we just celebrated the big 5K with the new YouTube channel.
We did, and we blew past it.
Yeah, we're past there.
5.3. So
I think we needed what was it? At least 50K a month in views.
Yeah, 50K a month views.
Past 64K.
A
month in views, which is ridiculous because we started out as just a retro community. A Discord. With some subreddits, and we grew that, and then eventually
we started doing the podcast. And we had if we got 200 listens,
We'd
right?
be like,
We
oh
were
my
like,
God, this is amazing.
Oh,
people are listening to us talk about nothing, the dumbest things. We like to talk about it, but apparently other people want to hear us talk about that. That's so weird. And now, we had this third dimension last year of, well, let's do a video version of the podcast. And they're like, oh, this is kind of fun. Let's do like YouTube videos. Oh, let's try out some review videos.
And then we're going to fucking CES.
And a year later, now we're going to CES because of
it's
the
a big deal,
and that's really fun for us. Yeah, we're proud of the work that RH has brought here, and for all of you, bring with your energy and positivity to the community, to the Discord, to the Reddit, to our Facebook group. I mean, all of our different platforms where we're at. Just seeing the interaction has been heartwarming, and we can't wait to wrap up this year with you all by doing our big New Year's Eve live stream, our big giveaway. We're going to give away a ton of handhelds, and Bernick is also going to donate some to the cause. We have like 5 or 6 35XX units to give away. So
top prize is a black analog pocket, though. So
nice. I haven't decided what my top prize is for mine yet, but I have a couple devices.
Giving away an Odin? You doing it?
Maybe not an Odin. Not an Odin. I'm still.
Steam
it's
Deck.
A mystery. It's still a mystery.
I think you'll figure it out.
The G Cloud though very well might be in that.
The G Cloud
very well might be in the pile, as well as just a number of other devices that it's like, okay, these should go to a house where they're loved for who they are.
Yeah, I gave away a couple of my Ambernick review units from this year that I haven't really messed with. One to a family member, and a couple more to a close friend of mine that I've known forever, who's an avid gamer. Just to get him hooked, on the crack,
start him on the train.
The heroin that is the retro handhelds journey. So
for a lot of new people getting into the hobby, they really are just over the moon. I love seeing that enthusiasm and that passion. And it's like, for me, man, I need to take a little breather from it right now. I am so retro handhelded out just a little bit. Been going hard this year and just need. That's why it's been fun for me to dip into some VR. I got a Valve Index now. Yeah. I got a Quest Pro, which is
you got the Quest Pro?
I got the Quest Pro, the fucking metaverse.
Damn, baby,
thing.
That was expensive.
It was, but
Daddy, you spent a little bit of cash on me.
It's so good.
Is it?
And everyone's talking trash. But it's like, you can't deny. Sure, it's overdesigned. Sure, it's way too expensive. But you can't deny
that much better than the Quest 2, though?
I would say it's at least 30% better, but not $1,500.
That's fair. Yeah. So
it should
$500.
I think it should come in at the $700 to $800 price range.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so expensive because they have Snapdragon processors in the controllers.
Right.
Each controller has a Snapdragon. It's heavy as hell. The headset has eye tracking, so it not only tracks your eyes to do foveated rendering to tell you, all right, here's the sweet spot for your vision. We're going to render that in high res and 4K, and the rest of your vision we're going to render at lower resolution. So you have that variable, whatever rendering.
Is there a delay on that, or is it?
No,
awesome.
It's been instantaneous and awesome. But if you turn on eye tracking, they will use it. Meta, in all their blessed glory, will use that data to sell you ads. So they'll see when you're looking at ads in the Oculus store and throughout the ecosystem where your eyes are looking at the ads, and then they'll use that to target more shit for you to buy. So they will sell your eye data. So I don't use the feature myself, but it's kind of creepy, and that's where a lot of the money in the headset is. And so I'm conflicted about the Quest Pro. I'm going to do a video on it on the new channel, but yeah, that was my intro thoughts on that. The Valve Index, I love to death. I love it. It's just, you put it on. It's right here.
Here we go. Let's see this. Take your shirt off first, though. See those nips.
So here's the Index. I put a fan on it because the Steam and Valve being Valve, they let you, it's a modular front piece here, so you can put on whatever add-on you want.
Yeah, I like it. It's weird.
I want to take it off, but yeah. So I put a fan on for my front piece. They have inside-out tracking as well if you want. Well, at least you can see out of these front cameras if you want. But this headset's awesome. A little bit lower resolution than the Quest Pro and the Quest, but it just works with Steam VR. You just put it on. auto boot Steam VR, and you're in Boneworks, you're in Pavlov.
There's no wall sensors, and you don't have to plug it in and all that shit
Oh,
anymore?
no, I have wall sensors.
Oh, okay.
For the Index, I have wall sensors. The Quest Pro wins. It's the best wireless headset on the market right now, bar none. Sorry, everybody who
are we going to say...
It is good. It is good.
Are we going to say for the tech, it's the best, but not for the price? Is that where we're going with this?
For the tech, but not for the price. It's a horrible price with some awful things inside of it, but everything else about it is so freaking premium.
I feel like the Quest 2 is still the best deal, to be honest with you.
And yes, and that's what I come back to. The fact of the matter is, not only does the Quest 2 have the highest refresh rate, coming in at 120 hertz now that you can put it at, not only the highest refresh rate, highest resolution, sorry. Mm-hmm. It has the highest resolution of those three, with the Quest 2 on top, the Quest 2 just below that. Why does the Quest Pro have less resolution than the Quest 2? I don't know, but it does. It does. So Quest 2, then Quest Pro, then frickin' Index below that. And it's just a thing. But the Quest 2 is the best value right now. It just is. $400. You have the biggest selection of games. You can plug it into your PC and have all of your Steam VR games. You can plug it in with the cable. You can do AirLink over wireless.
Those controllers are immortal. The battery life, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and the Valve Index controllers are not immortal, as you can see here on camera.
Oh, shit. What happened there?
Yeah, so I was playing Pistol Whip yesterday, and I just got my Index.
Of course you did. Yeah.
I freaking just got it.
You just busted the shit out of it, didn't you?
Yeah, so here, I'm going to go reenact.
Did you hit them together? Everybody. Did you hit them together?
No, I didn't hit them together. I'll show you.
Yeah, show me.
I was over here.
Are you in your shorts? Oh my God. Look at them. Look at those legs. There it is. Shake that ass.
And then I did an uppercut because there's a punching section now in Pistol Whip. And I went, bam, through the SNES, up through my shelf.
No.
Cut into my hand. All swollen today. Busted
Poor
this
guy.
fucking half.
Look at him.
This cut through metal. This was a metal haptic piece right here. Okay?
Wow.
And I cut through the metal, ripped that ribbon cable right the fuck out.
That sucks, buddy. That sucks, buddy.
My engineer wife tried to put this all back together for me, and
it's fucked. I'm sorry, it's fucked.
And it's fucked. It doesn't turn on. I broke it in half. I hit the damn shelf so hard with that uppercut. I mean, my hand is all torn up today. It's just all freaking swollen. And so, shit. Breaking everything. And so I emailed Valve today, and I said, hey, guys, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I got my Valve Index just now, and I just busted the controller, getting too happy in Pistol Whip.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything you guys can do? And they're like, no worries. This happens all the time. Send us a picture of the damage. We'll see what we can do. So they might replace it for me because they're Valve and they're good.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be like, oh, your controllers are shit, and because they want a picture of it. So
your controller broke.
I didn't lie. Yeah,
it just broke. Like I didn't do anything.
No, I was like, but I started out with, in all my years in VR, all my 6 or 7 years, I've never broken once. Have I broken?
I've never sent a Wii controller, a Wiimote through a TV. I swear. Never.
I've never done that, and I've never broken a VR controller or any VR stuff at all. Sure, I crashed a few drones. We all have. Yeah. But into waterfalls and into bleachers. But I was like, hey guys, what are you gonna do for me? And they're being totally cool about it. So good Valve. That makes me feel good for my Steam Deck ultimately breaks or some horrible malfunction, or I break a screw that they'll help me out.
The Steam Deck repairability is
pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice. So
yeah. Now thank God I knew that I was going to break my Valve Index controller because I already ordered a second pair and they're already here. So I figured this would happen. Well, look how big this room is. It's not, I was like, I knew I'm going to get way into a game. I'm going to totally bust the thing in half. And on day one, okay, I'm talking day one. I'm talking first 4 hours of having the damn thing. I've already almost sent myself to the hospital, broken the controller in half.
Yep.
I'm in tears. Sarah's trying to console me. And I can't believe this happened on day one.
Right.
It was my new baby. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, I'm going to go get the second pair of Index controllers out of their box and hook it up and keep playing. She's like, you bought it second? Aren't it like $300? I'm like, well, yeah. Well, I'm like, well, I'll see you later.
I'm
gonna go play some
Oh,
Pavlov.
oh,
And not
you.
only that, I've gotten a new sickness because look what else I've got. Hold on.
Watch out. Here he goes. Oh God. You told me about this.
That's right.
This is a special tier. You know that? Oh my God. This is a special grade of sickness. All right. I love it.
I got a 40 point. I got a 40-point body suit.
It's a haptic
suit.
vest.
A haptic vest. Let me model this. There's 40 points of haptics.
Yeah.
It's by B Haptics. Maybe
Show
like there'll be affiliate link or something.
Spin it around. Let's see that ass.
I'm gonna make it vibrate. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the shit.
Yeah. His nips are hard right now.
Feels good. No, it's so cool when you're playing Pavlov or like whatever FPS game you want. You're feeling like the rifle kick back on your shoulder, and it physically just goes boom, thump, and then the bullets hit you.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know, you're feeling those bullets hit, and you're like, oh shit. Oh man, you're playing Half-Life Alyx, and your character's heart is racing, and your heart is racing.
Oh, and it's going boom,
mimics.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's fun.
And they also make an add-on attachment, haptic underwear for VR porn. So I didn't order that one, but if you want it, I mean, they have a full body one. I'm not saying it's just for. They don't say it's for porn. They just like.
But it's for your wiener. I mean,
like all I know is I know what the feeling is of it's going up and down my back, you know, and they make. I assume the same sort of situation is happening down your crack. You can get the behind version.
The dick version. It's the dong version.
It's to help your bowels release.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, people are making comments. They're like on the last episode, like you guys left us all in the cliffhanger of those horrible times you're having in the bathroom with your handhelds. Like that's the note you left us on at the last podcast.
How's that horrible? Like that's
that's
an everyday thing. Like
I don't know. They're like, you know, we want a new episode and this is what we're giving. So now we're bringing them haptic underwear. That's right.
Haptic undies, haptic porn undies.
Yeah. This show is not for kids, by the the
I think that's the episode title is haptic porn undies.
Haptic porn. But I only got the vest, I swear on my life. And I got some leg trackers. I got some Vive trackers to go around my legs, not around. No. This is a family show. Well, it's not actually. Actually, it's not for kids.
Not a family
if your
show.
kids listen to us, I do not feel bad.
No, it's okay.
We've sworn.
Like if your kid is like 10 and above, I think it's all right.
And it's fine. Well, it's what we've been saying in our household because swearing is honesty, and it conveys honesty if you use it in the correct context. We teach the kids if you're going to swear, here's the correct context. Otherwise, it's just lame and stupid, and it's not appropriate.
I just take it as if you are one of those people that like gives your 10-year-old like a phone or something, he's seen tentacle hentai. All right. Like guaranteed. All right.
For show.
For show. You know. So if I can sit here and say fuck all day, you know. So
all right.
It's gonna be all right.
So I know we're
doing are we doing our top fives? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, so guys, I know we're a retro handheld podcast, and we've spent the first my vest is still vibrating me. We spent the first 23 minutes talking bullshit, but now
we gotta catch up, you know?
We gotta catch up. And I suppose I should, while we're at it, say like what I've been up to. I haven't really said about that.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to ask you, but we keep transitioning.
So here's my shit. Elliot's just turned a year old. He's walking and talking. And he's
a handsome boy too. It's a good looking kid.
He's a good guy. He's just a good little guy. We love him a lot. Little Wotan the Destroyer. He is the Destroyer right now. He is just destroying everything in the house.
How does he like his Christmas present, or did he get it yet?
We haven't given him Christmas presents yet. We gave him birthday presents, of course. So he's gotten some.
Well, birthday and Christmas. I mean, the little man.
We got your gift though. You sent him.
That's what I'm saying.
Some fun stuff. He loved that.
Did he?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. We haven't, we gave him, it was in two parts, right? You sent two things. You had the launcher, the ball launcher.
Yeah, the ball
which
launcher.
is very fun and destructive.
Yes.
Or like curse your name every time. And there was the oh my gosh, the smaller thing.
I think I just got him the ball launcher.
Okay, Sarah and I were wondering because there was a second item that we couldn't figure out who it was from or where it came from. We thought it was from you. We're like, it must have come in Thor's box. I can't remember what it is now.
Oh no,
I think it was a gnome.
So what I got the little guy, right?
Yeah.
It's this push and scoop ball launcher,
yeah,
right?
You put the balls in.
You put the balls in, and it launches a ball out into the scoop, or maybe
hitting
not.
His parents in the face, mind you.
Yes, it launches the crap out of him.
It's like, hey, Ellie, you do a little ball. Oh!
And then you put it back in the bucket.
He's laughing and he's giggling and he's just like.
As you keep pushing it, then the bucket scoops the ball back into the machine, and the whole bit of chaos starts over. All right, so
thank you, Thor. Thank you.
That's right, Uncle Thor with the Garbo gift. Let's go. Let's go.
It's my favorite gift. I think that I got your little guy, little Modi's. You
got a little gamer, didn't you?
Little gamer. That's right.
That was from you,
gamer.
Right? Dude, okay, let me ask you this.
You can do the Konami code on there.
Was this from you? I got to ask.
Yeah, that's from me to you. That's your Christmas present.
Okay. So, dude, well, it came while I was gone last week.
Oh,
right. And so Sarah opened it, and like there were like 30 packages that came because Christmas and stuff. And so she sent me a picture of this, and she goes, "Did you buy this for yourself?" So thank you. I will enjoy it.
Oh, you're welcome, buddy.
I will enjoy it very much. I'm sure whatever's in this smells delightful. So thanks, buddy.
You got a lot of hair. Just use it.
It grows so fast. Dude, I just shaved this shit like to the skin last week.
Feels good, doesn't it?
To the skin, and it's already like half an inch. So
yeah, mine's doing that too.
Yeah. Your hair looks good though.
Yours too.
Looks wavy. Looks fresh.
You're luscious. We love each other, everybody.
We do. Oh, yeah.
We're going to meet in person for the first time at CES. That'll be fun. And Russ. It's our first time meeting Russ, too. Yeah. And each other.
Well, we're the retro game friends.
Yeah.
All right.
We are the retro game friends. We'll take care of our handhelds, and we'll take care of each other. It'll be really nice.
Forever.
All right. Yeah. I want to know. So everybody knows my top. I did a top 11 on the channel the other day, but nobody knows what Thor thinks about anything lately. So we want to hear your thoughts. I'm interviewing you tonight.
You're going to interview. I'm the guest tonight.
You're the guest tonight.
Damn,
featuring Thor! Exclamation!
I haven't been a podcast guest since the SBC podcast 2 years ago. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So my first question tonight.
Let's Charlie Rose this shit. Let's go. All right.
Everybody wants to know what your top 5 handhelds of 2022 are. I want to hear them in reverse order. So from 5 to 1.
In reverse order. So starting at the bottom, working my way up. Let's see here. I know that I sent you a list the other day. So
you did.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. I don't see it, so I'm just gonna go off.
Do a little searchy poo. You doing a little searchy poo?
A little searchy
poo in there.
I'm gonna say that my number 5 handheld would probably be the RG353V. To be honest with you, yeah, I like the performance on it. Okay. What's that?
All right.
No,
all right. Number 5.
Dude, I put the play date at like number 10 originally, so. And you forgot the play date, by the way. You forgot it, even though it has a Game Boy emulator on it.
I know. I didn't. So I don't see it as a contender, personally.
You don't see it? No,
not true.
It's not unique enough for Stubbs. So.
Oh, it's unique.
No, I'm gonna go with the 353V. I like the vertical handheld. I like the DMG style.
Okay.
So bad. Like PSLs and UGGs. Let's go.
I'm like, I got a grip of Ambernix in my list.
Yeah, you do. I know you do.
353V.
Yeah.
Good.
I know. I really liked the 353V. Number 4, I'm gonna do with the Odin Light.
Church.
Good performance. Yeah. I like the Wi-Fi 6 in it. Was really nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And it's actual, like it's end game performance. It's final performance as far as the release units for GameCube and PS2, that higher stuff was pretty good. Let's be honest, it was pretty good. So, let's see here. Number 3, Analog Pocket.
The Analog Pocket in third place. Oh, you like your verticals.
Well,
right.
but it's not about that. It's it's not about the vertical for that. It's the FPGA stuff.
It's just nerdy and fun.
Well, it's nerdy. It's fun. I wish the battery life wasn't
There's
so
no ROM.
fucking
I mean, it
garbage.
doesn't come with any ROMs.
It doesn't come. It doesn't.
That's nice.
But they finally,
compliant
after
handheld.
8 months? Like it was August or some shit, almost September, before they started releasing the open cores and things like that. So that was a good one. Number 2, Steam Deck.
Oh, that's the number 2.
That's the number 2.
Wow.
That's the number 2.
First I've heard of this.
I will say, well, what was it you said the other day? I sent that picture of me at the airport, and you were like, "You're the only person I know that makes a Steam Deck look like an RP3."
Yeah,
because I'm a mutant. Because I'm so tall.
You look so small in your hands. Yeah. Like it looks like an RP3. It's so cute.
Yeah. Steam Deck is great. They've polished up the OS quite a bit this year. It's still not there though, man. The UI,
I know the UI for you
kills me.
It kills you. Why don't you just put Windows on there?
The drivers still aren't there. They haven't fixed them.
Man. Yeah. Nuts.
The GPU drivers aren't there. I will though. As soon as it gets there. And Valve has said just a couple of days ago, actually, that they're going to update the Steam Deck. They're not going to increase their performance. All right. So they're sticking with that same chip, but they're going to work on better battery life and a better screen. So I'll take it. I'll take that.
All right.
That's a win.
All right.
And you're gonna groan on this one. Are you ready?
Oh God, what's your number 1?
The Odin Pro.
Son of a bitch.
I know. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
I think
just that good.
I think it's the best Android handheld of 2022. And that's where I ranked it. I ranked it at number 2 because I had to rank Steam Deck number 1 because it is truly an all-in-one, one-and-done handheld. If you just want one handheld to do anything the fuck you want, then the Steam Deck is your answer. Yeah. But Odin, you're right. That's probably the one that I take on trips because I just know it'll play every game that I want to play.
It has
really well with long battery life.
Yeah.
Good screen.
The battery life is just nothing can compare.
Oh my God. Can you remember when I was trying to kill the battery?
Oh yeah.
And it lasted like a week or something. And I'm like, I am actively trying to
kill the battery.
This battery, and I've already done all of our filming for it. We've done a review with it. I then left it on the same charge. I sent it and mailed it to you, and I bet it still had a charge left when it got to you.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it was still at like 48% or something like that. Yeah.
The Odin Pro is so freaking top tier. Yeah,
we did that 3.5 hour live stream with it.
We sure did.
And it went down like, I mean, we were beating on it. The screen was on the whole time. Yeah. We were playing PS2 games, all that stuff. It went down like 14%. That was crazy, man. So I'm a battery slut, and the Odin Pro's battery life just freaking killed it. So it just rocked it this year.
I know, and I know. So you have huge hands, and because I have to wonder because you didn't put any minis on your list. I didn't see a Miu Mini on your list. There's no 35XX.
I would say that the Miu Mini was number 6 for me.
Okay, fair.
Because I do love it, but I'm not. I do love it. I love mine. I love the button mods that I did from Sakura. Right?
Yeah.
Like I love it.
Yeah.
But I can't, in good conscience, put it on a top 5 list.
Okay. All right.
Because
it's
battery
fair.
life, performance, all that stuff, those other devices just destroy it. So.
Well, for me, the 35XX is on the list and the Miu Mini, but they're a little further down. They're obviously in the bottom. They're in the bottom 5. But 35XX has gotten more interesting to me because people have been shitting on this device left and right with good reason. But Seraph just confirmed RetroArch is working. He just released it, in fact, to everybody. For Patreon followers. So follow his Patreon. Getting RetroArch on the 35XX really does help it become the Miu Mini killer because Miu Mini's too small for my hands.
It has a Wi-Fi chip in it too. So you can get your retro cheapos on there eventually.
Could you put a Wi-Fi chip in?
I think the 35XX already has a Wi-Fi chip in it, doesn't it? I thought they advertised Wi-Fi.
No. They advertise a port. No. They advertise a port to plug in a dongle, maybe. Or a controller.
Oh, they put some cow kitty shit.
Yeah, well,
like with the 20S.
They never said Wi-Fi. They never said it had Wi-Fi.
Man, I thought for sure they said it had a Wi-Fi chip in it somewhere.
It says supports 2.4 gigahertz, and I thought that meant Bluetooth.
Oh, those bastards!
But No, it's not Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It's literally just
it's the chip.
Yeah, they're just saying it supports plugging in a controller, a 2.4 gigahertz RF controller for multiplayer. That's what they mean by that.
That doesn't mean the same thing.
No, it
fucking
doesn't.
Ambernick.
No,
I hope Lee listens to this, motherfucker. Dude, don't let them do this shit anymore. This Powkitty tier shit where they're like, "Oh, you can pay with Wi-Fi." Yeah. I bet if I open that thing up, there's a spot for a Wi-Fi chip. What do you want to bet?
I mean, open it up. Yeah, I want to find out. People want to know.
That's annoying.
Serif releasing RetroArch will help them.
Yes,
I prefer that over the standalones that they have built in. It means that if we could get Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi adapter running, we could do retro achievements for $50. That's pretty cool. The price just went up though to $65. So that's again right in the Miu range.
Prices, yeah,
it's more widely available. The white is selling out. The purple is selling out. So only the DMG is available right now.
But I don't know if that's available.
I don't know if that's a forced. The mini is not available. Yeah, I don't know if the 35XX shortage is a forced shortage to increase value. I don't know what Ambernick's doing. All I know is they released too many damn handhelds in 2022.
So many handhelds.
I couldn't catch my breath, dude, reviewing those back to back. And that's why I'm like, I think I'm done like doing these big reviews. I just don't have time for it. I'm going to switch back to doing some impression videos.
It started last year with the 552. You remember that crap, right?
It started there.
Yeah.
And that's they've just been we were getting review
spraying and praying all over the place. All right.
Just
for the past year. I mean,
it's exhausting.
It's so many units. Not that, look, I'm not one to complain about variety. All right. That's not the issue. All right. But they do this plastic metal vertical variant thing. And then, like people are going, this is wrong. This is messed up. Like your firmware isn't good enough, all this kind of stuff. And then I literally have Ambernick in my ear. All right. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm saying, hey, bud, give me source code and let's get this figured out, So, and it's
And so we heard, that they were going to release source for the 35XX to get some devs on board. Turns out, I'm hearing now, early rumor is that they are not, that they're purposely not going to release source on this until like midway through the product line when they don't feel so worried about cloning and the device isn't as profitable.
Why are these fucking companies worried about getting ripped off like this? Right?
Even our rep was talking to like their higher ups saying like, this is ridiculous. We need to give these guys source. So we'll get community stuff going.
Dude, they need to release the source code.
Concerned about piracy, about cloning.
But they need to release the source before the device comes out. Before it comes out.
I know.
Okay? Please.
I know. That's how it should be, right? And they think they have people like Serif who will just go in and brute force his way in and just release stuff anyways.
Which is a thing,
Sure.
Serif, and this isn't me, being a weirdo or anything. Serif is probably the most talented operating system developer on the planet at this point. All right. Except for it's like some dude that's in a CIA vault. Dude, the stuff that we talk about is insane. Like, no offense to normies or anything like that. All right.
Tier 6
I have a hard time understanding his genius. Like a lot of the time, he's on another level. And then trying to like relay that to human beings that aren't like PhD tier, computer scientists, dude, it's whoa, this is complicated stuff, man. And I'm not just talking about the coding. He's reverse engineering compiled code and stuff. He's breaking out the hex editor and modifying bootloaders and boot images and stuff like that. Dude, it's so much work. So next time you're thinking, oh, what does Serif charge for his Patreon? I'm telling you right now, he's not charging enough. All right.
$10 is a ridiculous deal.
Yeah. He's not charging enough for the work that the man puts into this stuff. It is outrageous. And the rest of us, all right, who are out here compiling ROMs and stuff like that, Serif is our go-to, for a lot of this stuff.
About that.
He's great.
To reference.
So again, not to necessarily toot his horn, but I'm telling you right now, Serif charges, and he should be charging more, in my humble opinion.
This is coming from a fellow Android custom firmware dev too.
Yeah, I can do this. I can do a lot of this stuff myself, but the tier that he's at is I can barely see him. He just gets it, you know.
Yeah, he's up there. He is an Android. He's our friendly
so
awesome community Android.
For him to be throwing RetroArch on the 35XX,
they said it couldn't be done. They were
and I'm sitting here going, because I haven't any time to talk to anybody about anything. I'm sitting here going, okay, I'm gonna be in his ear about it tonight, you know.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna be talking about it. Not only that, but there's other custom firmware things happening. We have a new guy who's taken up the mantle for releasing the public versions of Jealous. So, so it's the new
unofficial OS,
UOS. We're co-branding with them and hosting the packages out of RH. So come to RH or Discord if you want to grab that. These will be maintained and stayed current with whatever Fute puts out for Jealous. And he's taking the time to backport to the 351 devices that never had Jealous perhaps in the past. And it's a nice community service. So Retro GFX, good on you.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks for doing that.
For those of you who aren't in the know, compiling an operating system takes hours. All right.
Seems like a pain in the butt.
It's a process, and you have to compile it for each device a lot of the time. Sometimes you can set a little script to detect what it's on. Yeah. You know? But it's an arduous thing. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Thor, I got my next question for you. All right,
what's up, baby?
What was your favorite game that came out this year?
Ragnarok.
Really?
Oh,
so good.
Man, most people are going to say Elden Ring. Most people are, a lot of people will say some other platforms, maybe even like Genshin stuff, things like that. You know. Yeah.
For sure.
Man, Ragnarok really got me. Like I'm full dad mode. I have a son now, you know, and I'm sitting there. I was so sick a couple of weeks ago, just like on the couch, you know.
Yeah.
And the story's fantastic, the graphics fantastic, the gameplay's fantastic. They just really crushed it, you know.
Yeah.
They just really did. There's good emotion without it being creepy, without it being over the top or rapey or anything like that. You know, it's just a great game, and it deserves every bit of love that it gets. What about you, man? What was your game of the year?
Well, not that one. I haven't played it yet, but I know it did win at the Game Awards. I think it won number 1 or number 2 slots. My favorite game that came out this year. Oh man,
here we go.
I wasn't expecting the question to come back.
Come back at you.
It came out this year. I mean, I've been playing so many retro games. I knew you would have because you're the modern guy. Probably a VR game, honestly, if I've been playing something. I did try Elden Ring. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I wasn't huge on it.
Yeah, no, that's not my thing either.
Ooh, you know what?
Tales of Arise was another good one. That was a JRPG. So
you know what? This is for me, Among Us in VR.
Okay.
Super simple. Indie.
Did you have a good time with that the other night?
I am not that big of an Among Us fan, especially not the 2-dimensional version. But for some reason in VR, it brings up this whole new level of immersion where you can use your hands to deceive people as part of your lying. Oh. And it was so much fun. Like, people would accuse me. I obviously just murdered 2 people in front of other people. And I'm in there in the discussion roundtable, and I start distracting people, like Raven Mage was there, and I start telling this ridiculous story of me going to Tijuana with my made-up stepsister, and we get into these shenanigans, and it's like it's a will they, won't they sort of situation, and everyone's hanging on every word, and it's weird, and I got everyone so off track that the voting time had gone by, and then no one voted to kick me out. So I was just using lots of like motions to drive attention away, deflect.
Yeah.
And they were so entranced with the story that they just forgot about accusing me. Now, the very next voting round, after I murdered 2 more people, they voted me immediately out, and I was ejected like the rascal that I was.
But you murdered 4 people before getting ejected by telling a story about Tijuana. That's fantastic. Yeah. All right.
Just have fun. Shit. And every round gets more ridiculous. And they have a bunch of crazy like teens in there, and like, you know, just grumpy dads who are like, ugh. And the dads and the teens just fight. Like, no kids allowed. And meanwhile, I'm over there in the corner just being fucking crazy, like just fucking crazy person, talking about gnomes and portals to other dimensions, and you know, and it's just a ridiculous VR game. It's so much fun. So I think that's my favorite release of the year. But I feel like I'm not giving enough credit to some of the bigger franchises. I mean, if you want to talk about award-winning games that I've played this year, we can talk about what was that one with Willem Dafoe where he was
Dafoe.
God, it's like 12 minutes, like 12 seconds or so. What was it called?
I have no idea.
12 minutes. It's an Xbox Game Pass game. I was talking about it.
Well, okay.
12 minutes.
You're talking
12 minutes.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Game Pass. Let me ask you this: how'd you end up this year on Game Pass versus PlayStation Now, PS Plus?
I think Game Pass is doing it better in general.
Do you?
They're just doing it better.
Assumed that because they're crushing it on numbers and stuff.
Mean,
but
I like that the PlayStation brought some of the old classics with achievements into the store. Yeah. It's cool that I can load up Jumping Flash or whatever, whatever retro game, and then Tekken 2, and I have achievements, which is really cool. Now I can do that on my retro handheld, or I could do that in VR via Emu VR if you want.
Oh my! I want to say that I was fairly happy with the PlayStation Plus offerings this year, but I don't think they were anything amazing, if I can be real with you.
No, nothing that really drew me in. Game Pass definitely wins.
Yeah.
Strictly, if we're only talking about content, Xbox Game Pass, they're just more in tune with the culture. They're releasing games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection and Shredder's Revenge, freaking Vampire Survivor, all these games that are in tune with the Zoomers. What do you call that new generation?
I don't.
I think those games are cool too.
I can't say the words that I use for that generation, so
you can't physically say them out loud.
Yeah, the PS Plus selection was okay. Game Pass is crushing it for releasing modern games day one on Game Pass. That's what they're getting.
Yes. Yes.
So
agreed.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
All right, I'm enjoying being interviewed. Give me more, Big Daddy. Let's go. Mustache Daddy.
Where do you get that gaming chair? That looks really nice. The Razer gaming chair.
I got it on Amazon.
What kind of price did you pay for that bad boy?
It was expensive.
Let me look that up.
It was expensive.
Generate RH affiliate link or what?
RH affiliate link. Link in the description. It was expensive. How about that?
It looks really comfortable. And I have a chair that I found behind a dumpster that I just made my own.
It's the Razer Isker X XL.
XL.
Yeah, and I paid
$500
for it.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad for a good game.
It's not bad. It's extraordinarily modifiable. You can move the arms in and out at an angle, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And up and down, and it leans back and everything, and it fits my fat butt. So,
and your juicy thick thighs.
Thick. No, it's I'm 6'6". I'm a heavier guy. I'm 285. You're a
nice big boy.
And
why am I talking like this? Oh yeah, you can do that motion, no problem. And it's no
squeaky, nothing. It's I'm very happy with it.
No skin off your porch.
Nope.
Is that a saying down there?
No, we've never said that.
Okay. Sorry.
No, we say it. No skin off my teeth.
No skin off your teeth. Yeah. That's right. No skin off your back, your teeth. Okay, so we got that stuff. Another question: what was your favorite retro game of the year? Because we have Game of the Year going on in RH right now. Do you want to take a look at what's on offer and tell me what your favorite one is?
So what's currently up right now on the Game of the Year stuff?
Yeah, so there's 3 votings.
Yeah. Do you want me to go per voting?
Yeah, I think people would be interested to know. I did this with everybody the other day on Weekly, but I think it'd be fun to do it with you.
Super Mario Land 2 and the Golden Coins. That's a great game, obviously.
Yep.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm sorry, bros, but that just kicks the crap out of Custom Robo.
Oh, hell yeah! I want Castlevania also. Symphony of the Night. Give it to me.
Oh man, and then the final one. I actually voted. I voted for both. Actually,
you son of a.
I know.
I just couldn't. You can do that,
dude.
If you want. You can do it.
Golden Sun,
Golden Sun, Minish
Golden
Cap.
Sun, and the Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. They're both world class GBA games. You know, they're so good. If I had to pick one out of the 3, oh man!
Drum roll.
Golden Sun. It's going to be Golden Sun.
Golden Sun. Okay, now even harder question: which one game is your game of the year for you out of those 3 categories. Just one game.
Golden Sun. That's what I'm saying.
Golden Sun. Oh, that's your. Oh, that is your game of the year is Golden Sun.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. It's a solid game. Too long for me. I'll never play
Camelot.
it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a long one, but it's
classic.
Great storytelling, unique mechanics for the time, at least, and solid gameplay. A solid battle set of mechanics where you set your summons and stuff like that, and when you use a summon, you drain all of this power and stuff like that. My game of the year is Golden Sun.
Golden Sun, and my game of the year, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yep.
Oh, dude, I'm not going to knock you on that one at all. That's a
I've never beaten
all-time. You've never beaten it?
I've never beaten it. This is my opportunity to. If it wins, I'm going to beat it.
You get to the inverted castle, and you're just like, fuck this.
I mean, I really have been on a Castlevania and Metroidvania tear the last couple of years, and I've never played this classic. So while I've played parts of it, I've never beaten it. So I hope it wins Game of the Year. I will definitely play it. If Golden Sun wins, I will try to play it. And either way, I have to because I promised Bill and everybody else that I would beat Star Ocean Blue Sphere for Game Boy Color. You went to all the trouble of getting me the ROM.
Through that whole,
Like, I just have no excuses. It's time to do it. It's on my analog pocket, still in my save file.
Cool.
Just need to pick it up and do it. So Rapid also did another category this year. He did something called Game Awards, Game of the Year Awards voting. So he put that up.
Okay.
And it's that last channel there.
Awards voting.
And he did like, what's the best sound direction? What's the best art direction?
Okay. Yeah. I like this.
So that's kind of fun. And
so what are your choices here?
Well, okay, yeah.
What's your choice?
For best sound and best music, I gotta say Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I mean, that's a classic soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you.
East 1 and 2, good quality RPG soundtracks, and Outrun, of course, that's some good, neon retro wave. But yeah, Castlevania, come on. Best art direction.
Best art direction.
I had to say Klonoa. For PS1,
Klonoa, I think Minish Cap personally because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to sound silly, and this is really specific and nerdy, right? But for the GBA, for that resolution, they really brought a lot of stuff to life with it. With the limitation that they had. So, best story.
Story. Yeah, for me,
Probably Terranigma.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I started that one. I really liked the premise and the plot, and I didn't actually care for Snatcher that much. So I agree with you there. Terranigma.
I didn't care for Snatcher.
Yeah, and everyone said that's heresy. For best action platformer, I mean, out of the options here, for me, having Banjo-Kazooie there, I still gave it to Klonoa. I really enjoyed that game.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
No,
it's like no regrets.
Banjo-Kazooie,
100% for me. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's a classic. Even if they had Banjo-Tooie up there, I
beat Super Mario Land, Golden Coins, and all that, and Klonoa last year, or this year. What the fuck year is it? But Banjo-Kazooie I've never beaten because I don't know. I just haven't felt like it.
You never clipped that.
I never got the grunty.
Let's go, man.
Groot and Grunty.
Yeah.
No. Throwback for anyone who's listening to the show for a while. And then
all right,
best action
adventure.
Not Crusader of Senti. Fuck that game. I did not like it.
Dude, Senti, people fucking hated that game.
Fuck for the Frog the Bell Tolls. Both of those games.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I actually liked
it. Was
the
okay.
Frog Bell Tolls because it was weird.
It was okay.
I'm gonna give it
for its time. It was.
I'm gonna give it to
what?
Oracle of Ages because I really like the Capcom Zelda games.
Yeah, I mean that's a classic. That's one
they
I
weird
played.
Mechanics. Yeah,
I gave it to Minish Cap only because I liked.
Okay.
I like the premise of that one, but I another one I haven't beat, so I have nowhere to talk. If we're looking at ARPGs, though,
anyway,
I know you gave it to Golden Sun, and I gave it to Tomato Adventure. It's so cute.
Honestly, it's a little bit of a toss up between Golden Sun and Breath of Fire. It's just such a good game. They're both great.
Golden Sun's your game of the year, though. So
yeah, it is. I mean, Golden Sun, but yeah. All right, best visual novel.
Dude,
point
nobody
and
has
click
time for
narrative
visual novels.
adventure.
I don't have time for this.
I've played one visual novel.
I gave it to Snatcher because I actually attempted it, and I appreciated it, but I didn't have the patience to get through it. So sorry.
I'll give it to Snatcher too. I got about 30 minutes into it, and
Yeah.
I don't have the attention span for it. I don't think, because I have
other
other shit to do.
on.
But
yeah,
I'll give it to Snatcher.
You got to give it to Snatcher.
I agree with you.
All right, what's
boy.
What handheld do you hate the least for 2023?
Which
one
the least?
Are you kind of like, man, that might be decent? Because honestly, like, I know you're not stoked on anything on offer right now.
Nobody's beating
Odin
me.
Still
Odin
going into 2023.
Right
Odin Still is your king.
Yeah. Hate the least of the new stuff coming, of the upcoming devices. Probably, which is a great way of phrasing that to me, of all people. Because Stubbs was quoted the other day at saying Thor hates everybody. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just letting you know he said those words. So
but like, not everybody. Just that's your default. You've explained it to me. That's your default state with people until they fucking prove otherwise.
Yeah, until
they prove a reason.
You're not shit. That's all I'm saying.
That you're not shit. I would assume you're shit.
Our listeners, our viewers, our community members, automatic, right? I love you.
They've been whitelisted to the default shit list.
100%. Nice. There are a couple that have earned their way back to the shit list. Don't get me wrong. We've talked about that. But no, like when I go to the gas station. When I go to the gas station, I just assume the people around me are garbage, and
Oh yeah, you have to assume.
Yeah, because I don't want to get stabbed. Like, I'm not an idiot. It's fucking 22. I don't want to get fucking murdered over a $20 bill. All right, So
what if someone's doing like a YouTube prank? And they come at you like there's this dude on YouTube. If you get punked, he just goes up to people and he's like, "Hey, what's up, homie? You want to get dropped?" And he does that kind of stuff, like on the dangerous side streets of Los Angeles or whatever, and people are like running after him and chasing him and pulling their guns out, and he just gets lots of views. What if he did that to you?
If somebody just cruised up, like a rando, cruised up to me and said, "Hey, motherfucker, want to get dropped?" I'm not waiting. I'm gonna jack him in the throat and take his fucking wallet. All right, that's just what's gonna happen. Like
it's understandable.
Hey, you want to get dropped? Boom. All right, that's all that's gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that? Like, what if someone was like, "Hey,
Pacific Northwest,
bro,"
I'd be like, whoa. I'd be like, I don't want any trouble. I'm just here.
That's sweet.
Obviously, I've wandered outside of my house again,
right?
And I'm really sorry for being alive in the world. I will at once recuse myself. I will recluse myself into my attic, where I shall be in
the
fear.
Terror attic,
Which I haven't given you updates on my fucking godforsaken attic. I have not. Since we talked, still gone in there. I have yet to still go inspect what the hell ungodly sounds, because they've gotten worse, dude. Shit in the house is like getting knocked off shelves right in front of me. I've had a cup go flying across the room. Like, there's some fucked up paranormal shit. And I need an investigation team. If you or anyone you know knows a paranormal investigation team, please send them to my house.
His DMs are open.
Please send them to my house.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with, in general, Ioneo is what I hate the least off of this list that we have of upcoming devices.
From the scary house.
Well, every time we bring up the attic, something awful happens.
Which one?
Ioneo, probably their next series of devices is probably going to be pretty high quality.
The Geek and the two. Yeah, the 6800U chips are doing well.
Yeah,
I mean,
the 6800 stuff is...
Taki and ETA are talking about the GPD Win 4.
Yeah.
How that's going to be cool. I mean, that looks like a Vita with a slide-out physical keyboard this time, which is nice.
Yeah.
The Ioneo, Again, I've been telling people, like, I like my Air. It's a good size. It's just that the battery life is shit.
Yeah.
It's just the battery life is so shit.
Can you tell we're besties? Battery life is shit.
It's just shit.
Immediately straight there.
Well, I heard rumors today about the Steam Deck 2, and apparently Valve's complete new focus for Gen 2 is going to be battery life. So they're going to
battery life in the screen.
They're going to prefer, screen and battery life. Battery life top, then screen, and then performance underneath that, which I am totally okay with.
They're not changing the chip, though.
No.
They're not changing the chip, so
that's okay. That's okay, because it's a crazy good deal for that chip. It's a crazy good price for your money, value to performance ratio.
Absolutely.
They don't need to change the chip. What they need, I would love a better screen. I don't even need OLED, just a little bit better looking screen, and give me the biggest freaking battery you can in a very ergonomic form factor.
So what's your 2023 hopeful device? What are you hoping comes out in 2023?
So,
not just looking forward to, but hopeful that comes out.
I mean, I was, and I still am trying to be hopeful for the Pimax Portal. I really thought it was going to be more. I'm hearing reports from both sides. I'm hearing reports that it's awesome from a few sources, namely Talkie and Tech Summit, and I'm hearing it's not so awesome, like from our buddy Russ, who went to the road show today. I believe he'll probably be making a video on that.
Yeah.
By the time this drops, I'm sure. But he said it's just not. And part of the thing is that it's a demo unit that's been around the country at road shows, and by now at the end of their journey at CES, I mean, it's just going to be beat to hell.
We're gonna see it at CES. We're gonna talk about it. All right,
we're gonna talk about the Pimax Portal at CES.
Hopefully, they have a couple of fresh units that aren't road hard and put away wet.
Well, they said they're sending us review units regardless of the road show.
Okay,
so that they're going to send them out sometime in the next few months.
Cool.
So hopefully we get non-roadshow units, but I'm not holding out hope. Either way, that's the one I'm looking forward to. Although, again, hearing Russ talk about it today, it deflated me a bit.
Yeah.
So I want to see it in person with my own eyes. Maybe we can save it in the VR realm. It doesn't sound like it's going to win any competitions for awesome face buttons or D-pad.
Okay.
So I'm going to forget about the Portal for now, and I'm going to say my favorite device for 2023 is going to be... not the Razer Edge. Not the One X Player. No. I mean the KTR1. KTR1.
Oh, shit. I didn't expect that. The KTR1 device was supposed to be out last year in October.
Yeah. I have hope if that's the real thing, and Nil pulls through, that's going to be that'll be a hell of a mid-tier Android device with a great form factor.
Yeah.
So
and hopefully a really good price too.
And hopefully really good price. I was going to say AYN Loki, but I more and more over time am going back to my original stance last year of I could care less about x86 handhelds.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Win 600.
And you enjoyed your Steam Deck. Yeah.
I like the Steam Deck more because of its OS, because it just boots up and it plays.
Yeah.
I don't like managing Windows on a handheld where I don't have a keyboard, where I don't have a mouse.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell. I don't want Windows as my OS on any handheld, if possible, ever.
I think that Aya, for me, because I now have an Aya device, right?
Yeah.
I think Aya gets a little bit of a pass on the Windows devices.
Aya Space software is decent.
Yeah, because the Aya Space software. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty decent.
Yeah. It's still Windows. It still has the same.
It's still
weird
Windows,
quirks, but
I mean, I like Windows for the fact that I can use Launchbox. It's my favorite front end. Of any front end. Reset Collection and Digisho are my favorite Android front ends, but Launchbox for sure wins in the PC space.
Yeah.
And I like that I can run that on there. But again, all these little things that distract me in Windows, these little things you have to check and do. There's so much back end in Windows to manage that it's stressful, especially as an IT dude. I've been doing IT most of my career, and I don't want to be managing an operating system. I want to be escaping and playing.
It's like we always talk about, I don't want to play retro games on my phone. I don't want my phone to ring while I'm playing a game.
No.
Sorry.
That's why the Razer Edge to me is kind of silly. It's a wide GPD XP looking thing.
Yeah.
It's a phone and a key sheet. Damien argues with me on this and says, no, it is a game. It is a retro handheld. It's not your phone. It's not going to give notifications if you don't want it to.
Didn't Mr. Judgy Man just sell his GPD XP Plus
he sure
or whatever?
did.
He sure did.
He sure did. Wow. Talking trash now. Yeah, he sure did. He was so up on the GPD XP. Now he said, no, I'm going to sell it.
Wow. I mean,
I'm going to sell mine too. It's
chip, the RAM,
it
had such potential.
Bullshit.
And then,
no,
dude, the OS was just ass.
I've always been one of GPD's biggest fans. I've been
absolutely
a loyalist. I have been supporting them since GPD XD,
I would say.
OG model, a sicko. I've been supporting them through their Win 1, Win 2. And they disappointed me initially with the Win 3. They disappointed me with the XP. They disappointed me with the XP Plus. The GPD Win 4 is my last Hail Mary attempt.
Because of the 6800?
Just because I think if the ergonomics are what I think they're going to be, it might be an actual handheld I would use for Windows.
Well, and if you remember, we talked about this with Fox, with having a slide out handheld. So
exactly for him, and I know the Fox is big on it too. Initial reports are that it's pretty freaking awesome. I know its performance is going to be awesome because of 6800U. I just
price point though.
The price point is pretty good for that chip. $800
but still
$800. It's over the range of fun for me. 500 is my limit for fun for enjoying a handheld. It's a little bit over anyways, what I'm getting to the point is I have been a GPD fan for so long, and I don't know that I am anymore. Oh, felt good to say that. It felt good to say that out loud. Brother. I am nostalgic for old GPD
I appreciate you and your
for their initial products, but I have not been big into them this year. I think they've taken a lot of missteps. Now there's other people who say this has been their best year ever, that they're doing ridiculously awesome things. And generally those are coming from x86 heads who are all about that. And they have been doing well in that space. Sure. But it's just not for me. I want to see, I wish they could do another clamshell. I just wish they could do one more clamshell. Throw me a bone. This is all
how I feel about Retroid and AYN.
We haven't even started about that. So you've been on a tear about Retroid releasing Source.
And DMs and stuff like that. I'm really disappointed. It's so weird. And these companies genuinely believe that if they release Source
now, they have a lot of loyalists.
I know they
on their
do,
side.
but
many.
We used to be
tech support for Retroid directly for volunteering. We did that for free for years.
This delusion that these companies are under, that releasing Source, which is, by the way, they're legally required to do.
They need to do that.
All right.
So there's this shady stuff.
Yeah, and it's just weird that they don't. And
it is.
They send us developer devices, and then I'm like, okay, where's the source code? And they're like,
no. Yeah, they give us the finger and they say, you go do it yourself, go figure it out.
So it is kind of on a personal level, But then Retroid did piss me off a little bit, and I got accused of having, what was it? Buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse. Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Well, I went in there and started a bunch of shit. But buyer's remorse for buying my RP3 because they released the 3 Plus so close to the 3.
I mean, the 3 Plus, dude, the 3 Plus is good.
Yeah. So. Oh, I know.
You know, it's good. It's not amazing. It's not Odin good because the chipset T618, only so much you can push out of that.
Yeah.
But
it's just these companies keep doing, it's the Cheeto Steve of it all. It's the Cheeto Steve.
Yeah, it's the Cheeto Steve. Freaking Cheeto Steve putting his damn Cheeto dust on everything.
Why are you ruining one hand? Why do you feel the need to lie, number one? Because nobody cares.
Lie?
Nobody cares.
Why hide your inventory?
If you lie.
Why hide your inventory in a warehouse for a year?
That was I don't understand it. But
you have to understand that they went into this year knowing they were going to do this.
Right.
That this was the plan. And so that frickin' sucks.
Yeah.
They should have announced, we're going to release the RP3, then we're going to release the RP3 Plus a month or two later. They should have, in fact, they should have done the
price
pre-order
gapped
pages
it a little bit better.
They put a price gapped it, put both pages up for pre-order at once. You can pick. Do you want to pay less money? Get the RP3. Do you want to pay more money? Get the higher SKU. Don't do this bait and switch shit. Everyone with their limited money is like, oh, I better get the RP3 before it runs out. Yeah. Had they have known the RP3 Plus is coming out, they would have just bought that. Now people are tricked into buying each of those handhelds.
Well, and so many people bought the RP3 because they had no idea an upgraded version was coming.
Exactly.
They just
I'm one of them, yeah,
I
bought
two
one in
and
every
the 3,
color, dude.
Yeah,
I bought freaking at least 6 or 7 RP3s. I would not have done that if I knew the 3 Plus was coming out and that sweet Baja Blast and purple was coming out. I would have just gotten those. Yeah. Those are the 3 Pluses I got, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the freaking thing. I love it. I don't talk about it much. I don't really, it was like number 3 in my best of list. I don't love that the start and select are on top, though. Still Plus. That's something they could have fixed in the 3 Plus. Yeah. I know they saved money to keep the shell the same, but they could have moved the start and select because it is awful being up top like that. Yeah. I did not enjoy that aspect. But otherwise, dude, it's a super solid device for what it can play. Super good.
I think
their front end has gotten better too. Way better. They've added like every system.
I'm done being a loyalist. How about that?
Yeah.
I think I'm
done with
going to
that
take
shit too.
these devices as they come, and not that our reviews or anything like that have ever been particularly biased. I don't think. I think we've always been very honest.
We've gotten a lot of Anbernic review units this year, so we've gotten a lot of Anbernic videos out.
They're the ones that reach out,
They reach out. They are communicative, and if they didn't send any review units, I would still at least buy one of each of the new ones coming out anyways.
Absolutely.
And still review it, but I wouldn't release the videos so soon. Like I probably would have spaced them out a little bit more.
Well, and for people who aren't in the know, that's kind of how it works. They send you a review unit, and then you get the review out quick so you can get in the algorithm and everything like that. And that's why we're going to CES. So
yeah, and they want you. These companies always ask. They don't ask directly, but they would ask without asking. Kind of say, "Can you get this out before this date?"
Yeah,
God, we had Shargeek who wanted us to do some Amazon reviews, which that's our personal line. That's our personal line. We're like, you know what? We did some content for you guys. We showed off these Mac Mini, GON chargers, these power banks,
super cute, 65 watt,
all that stuff. Which that's good shit, and it does work well, and it is high end stuff. But I'm not super enthused to make content on it because it's. You can use it. Sure, you can charge a retro handheld on it, but it's not. Who cares?
But that's like a 3-minute review. Check it charging this out.
It charges, and guess what? It charges.
It works.
Many things.
Yeah,
all the stuff. A
power
power bank.
Do you like charging devices? Do you like cute shit? Boom. There you go. Review
done. We're all done. So now they come back and they say, "Hey, appreciate all that, but." We really need Amazon reviews. So we're going to send you this atomic alarm clock thing that you flip upside down, and then you can make some Amazon reviews. Don't need to brand it. Just leave a positive review. And I'm like, oh, and they said, and send it to us so we can see it before you post it. I'm like, no,
that's
we don't. That's the line.
That. Yeah,
that's the line.
Yeah,
no. Never gonna show anybody what we've made before we release it. That's just not in our ethics, in our business, in our organization here.
Well, I feel like that's up there with getting paid to review something.
That's getting paid to review stuff, especially. And Amazon reviews, it's like we're going to release it on the channel, but they don't want that.
No.
And so, not that we want to burn a bridge with Shargeek or whatever, but I said no to that item. It's just like, no. We'll make if you send one of those, we'll throw it in a YouTube video somewhere.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. It's a cool looking device. I saw the pictures of it. It's a really cool looking device.
Sure.
It's got those
fancy neon
N64 colors and stuff. Thing. Yeah, and the LED display.
But it's getting even farther away from what you can interact with the retro handheld on it.
Yeah,
and it's like, all right, and same thing with the VR, which is why the VR is going on the other channel. Mm-hmm. So it'll be fun.
Well, like I got sent that Steam Deck dock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started making video for it and everything. And I reached out to the guy. I had a couple questions about the build quality and things like that. And then he wanted, what's that?
Did you hear back from him?
Oh yeah, he DM'd me on Discord.
Oh, good.
And he wanted me to leave an Amazon review, which I immediately said no. But he wanted to review my review before I put it up. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Dude, this is a $35 Steam Deck dock, and they're about to release their dock.
Yeah.
We're not doing
that.
No.
Yeah. I guess that is a thing though. And it's big in TikTok culture. I know a lot of those reviewers. This is what's funny to me is that in TikTok, it seems like the biggest retro handheld they talk about is the Powkitty RGB20S with the Tiger sticker.
With the rebrand. Yeah, with the rebrand. I see it on Instagram
with the rebrand all the time. And
Yeah.
like, oh, all the kids are talking about the latest Powkitty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't even refer to it by name. They just show it and say, when I'm using my Powkitty, I'm enjoying my favorite Mario games. And it's like, what is going on? And they call it a handheld emulator. It's the best handheld emulator. And you know I hate that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and dude, I almost, because it's getting so hot in the keywords, I almost added that keyword into one of our videos the other day, and I couldn't do it.
I couldn't bring yourself to do it. Yeah.
Do it.
I think
I typed it in and I said emulator. I was like, that's probably going to help in the algo. And I'm like, I can't do it. I feel disgusting with myself.
That there's a huge hard line between reviewer and advertiser. All right.
Yeah, there is a big line.
That's something that smaller YouTubers, smaller content creators get sucked into because someone's like, hey, we'll send you this $100 thingy.
Right.
But we want to see the review first, and they're like, I guess that's not a problem, No,
yeah,
that's unethical, I think.
Yeah, the most we can do is if someone sends us something, if it's related to our content, we can put out a video.
Yeah.
What we honestly think about it. If it's shit, we're just gonna say that it's shit.
Yeah.
We aren't outright mean against stuff, but we're not gonna ever praise something simply to make a few dollars in affiliate sales that we'll get a year later once they get approved, or to keep getting free toys, because it is honestly
worth our souls.
Of a burden to get these things, because you have this now expectation above your head, like, I need to get this video
do it now.
I need to fulfill a contract, an obligation. Now, if you leave something that's not fair, that's overly mean, then the company is going to blacklist
you're gonna get blackballed.
So you got to think about all these things. It's almost like, I want to go back to the time where we just bought a handheld if we wanted to have fun with it. And we could make a video on it, or we could fucking not ever. We didn't do videos for so long.
It's like we were talking about, we in order to do reviews and to be relevant and for people to see our version and our version of the content, which we always do pros and cons. We always do balancing on it, instead of just check out this amazing emulation beast,
Look at my emulator.
By the way,
look at my bookshelf.
And I'm not dogging YouTubers who have done it before. I'm letting you know right now, if you see the words emulation beast in the title of a YouTube video, watch a different one, because damn it. All right. What the fuck? It's an emulation beast.
It's a beast. No, I think that's used as a joke term these days.
Yeah,
even
I do
ETA,
too.
I bet, uses that as a joke by now.
Oh well, everybody uses it. It's just just phone it in. All right. So
it's easier. It is easier to just talk positively about devices. It's an easier road to go.
Yes.
It is not the hard road to travel. Yeah. But it is also not the honest road to travel, because every device that comes out in this market is flawed. Even the Steam Deck.
Cheeto Steve. So that anyway, we're kind of giving you the insight. We've been doing the channel solidly for a year now, right? And again, thank you everybody for your support, all that kind of stuff. This is just the stuff that we have to think about when Stubbs is putting up reviews, when RH Weekly is going up, when we're on the podcast pissing and moaning and praising other things. We have to have this mental checklist of, we did get this device for free, so we're not going to sit here and hold the thing up and go, this thing is a fucking piece of shit. You should never buy, a Pow Kitty device again. That's insane, because all devices have ups and downs.
And that's what the long form podcast is for here. Because here's the place where we'll
deep dive.
Let it. Yeah. It's just like, all right, here's the rest of my thoughts from the year on all these different devices, because it's like, and it's not even like holding it back in the video. It's just sort of not appropriate to just completely shit on everything. Go after it from the get-go. What you do is you want to present the facts of the situation. You want to be as neutral as possible while giving your opinion. Now, in our podcast here, when we're just talking off the cuff, it's like a friend talking to a friend.
Right.
And we're like, hey, and while we're at it, also these other things are fucking annoying. And here's why this company, as the company, drives me crazy.
Well, and it's one of the reasons why we maintain the podcast,
Yeah, it's a nice place to sort of vent the rest of the stuff for the guests too who we have on. That's a great time for them to share their war stories. Well, it's not easy to be in the scene, to be a content creator. It's not an easy job for anybody.
We've had a lot of really great content creators on this year, between Izzy, Tech Summit, Russ, Taki, everybody's
Wicked,
out there making solid content. Wicked, fucking Wicked,
more Tech
Seraph, we've had such great guests, and everybody's been so lovely and so
Bell.
nice, and but I feel like a lot of them were able to bring out a different side of themselves. I know Russ feels that way when he's on the podcast, but a lot of them were able to